place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Cardinals are atop the division, 6 games up on second place. Floyd Goff earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Yankees claim victory over the Orioles 2-1. At the moment, the Yankees are
from the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York. Welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. He currently leads the National League in batting average, and a big reason for that is the approach he takes to the plate. He's patient enough to wait for his pitch and aggressive enough to crush it if it's there. He's been a lot of fun to watch this year.
Shelby Miller, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, he won his 10th game of the season in his last start. We'll see how he does here.
Steve Cook is set to stand in, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. We've seen his numbers take a bit of a hit in recent action.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly, buddy.
Miller sets. Here's the first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
You talk about early pressure to start things out. My goodness, bases loaded now. Still only one out. And we might be looking at one of the crucial moments of this ball game.
Yonder Alonso will stand in as we show you the numbers for his last 8 ball games, and he continues to be as hot as anyone on the ball club.
Hey, be patient. Get your pitch, huh?
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. How do they get back in? Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Gil Valdez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Hanahan is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. A couple of walks, but no damage. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on the show. Into the box, Steve Cook. He reached on a single in his first try.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
First offering on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind every hitter.
Hey, stick your plan up there, kid. Get your pitch and drive it.
Hit hard back up the middle. In there, a base hit.
Wow, a 2-0 count. And this is a room service fastball. Look where this thing is, right down the middle. I mean, he can't help but jump all over that.
Yonder Alonso stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Ground ball left side.
All right, stand up, stand up.
Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with Steve Cook digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Steve Cook.
Swing and a liner. Foul. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
Shot back up the middle. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
You can see the pitching coach heading for the mound. This is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Yonder Alonso will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Hey, let's stand up there, huh? All right, come on now.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swing and a little tapper. He'll come to the plate with it to get the force at the plate. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first. Steve Cook stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in.
Like a big dog. Right time, right time.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Line toward the alley in left center. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's 4-2.
This is a guy you don't want to make a mistake to with runners on base. When you do, he normally does something like this. This is a bolt right here. You could hang your laundry on this one, and it's going to wind up scoring.
Yonder Alonso will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Hey, get your pitch right here. Come on now.
4 runs here in this half inning.
Come on now. Get your pitch up there, kid.
And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Gil.
Coming to the plate again, Gil Valdez, as he'll bat for the 2nd time in the inning.
Here we go now, one at a time.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Nationals 4 and the Mets 2. Steve Cook steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It skips in and is safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And let's train our eyes on this stolen base from our high first base camera. You'll see him get a pretty good jump, and he wasn't looking back at all right there, so he gets into scoring position now with 1 out.
Right guy, right place. Need you here.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Hey, right guy, right place. Here we go.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
Drive him in. Need you right here.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
It looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Long throw to the plate. But it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going. Yonder Alonso takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Now, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. Now a 7-5 game.
Just a great at-bat there. He fell behind early, and he worked it back to 2-2, and then boom, lines a single to drive in the run. That's all about never giving up at the plate.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, seemed like everything he touched turned to gold. He winds up with 5 hits in the game. Without question, a standout performance.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Washington. both teams getting there. We welcome you back to the MLB pregame show. First pitch of Game 2 in our series is right around the corner. But before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Steve Cook is in the glow as he comes off one of his better showings of the year. In his last contest, an impressive 5-hit performance, and really led the charge offensively for this ball club.
Yeah, and let me tell you, getting 5 hits in a ball game is really tough to do. I mean, sometimes you don't even get 5 at-bats, and we all know that getting a base hit is one of the toughest things to do in sports. Going into this one, I'll bet he'll be trying to emulate everything he was doing and thinking about up there because it obviously worked. And I'm sure the team hopes he has another big game. It always helps get your offense going when a guy is hot like that.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball on the show. Next. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. He's coming off a 5-hit ball game. It's going to be pretty tough to do any better than that, but if anyone can do it, it's him.
Rafael Montero, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you can see there, he's been very dependable all year long. He's making his 30th start here in this one.
Steve Cook will get his first shot here, and he certainly had it working so far this season, up over 350 entering play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1.
Come on, big guy, get your pitch, huh?
Nope. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. EK, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
When you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before, and luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black, or even a little off.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field in this one, and I'm the third base coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field.
Steve Cook digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher, but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Hit to third. Hanahan takes it in. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. It remains 1-0.
2 down. You got 2 down.
Archie Martinez strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Grounded to third. Scooped up. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Steve Cook will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. Got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Into the seats, 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Lacy sprinting after it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. And it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Steve Cook will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Hey, stick your plan up there, kid. Get your pitch and drive it.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
2-0.
Inside.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch.
Hey, get on for us here.
Line drive to left. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Every time he comes to the plate, the pressure gets bigger and bigger. He waited until the 9th inning, but got it done.
Yonder Alonso digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
Hey, you got it. No one bets it. Let's go.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look,
Shortstop.
you're going to have to fish for something, because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Gil Valdez ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Hey, your turn. Drive him in. Keep it going.
Hey, right guy, right play.
Grounded to the right. Oh, and he whiffs on it as it's by him at first. The throw home. And not in time as the run scores.
That's a big run in a game like this. That makes it a 2-run game now here in the top of the 9th. So now you give your guy a little extra breathing room out there in the bottom half. He'll appreciate it, believe me.
A tightly contested ball game here, so it makes it hard to find our top player of the game, but I think this fella right here would seem to be the logical choice.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out. From Flushing, Queens, baseball from the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. It's Mets baseball on the show. Next. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Boy, this team is so tough to pitch to. They have the fewest strikeouts in the league. So if they continue to be aggressive at the plate, drive the ball into the gaps, and try to hang a crooked number up on this team early.
Dwayne Hutton gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's got close to 200 innings this year. He's been very dependable, thrown deep into a lot of ball games. He's looking to do the same in this one.
Steve Cook will get his first shot here, and he certainly had it working so far this season. Up over 350 entering play.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left.
All right, hang on.
And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means two men are in scoring position now with two away. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Eric, who should we keep an eye on? Coming to the plate now, Archie Martinez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to third. On to first, and there are two down. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard-hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
Steve Cook is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Hit to third. Hanahan comes up with it. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Now batting, the first baseman, Yonder Alonso.
Steve Cook will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. He's got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Into the seats, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to short. Lopez scoops it up. Throw on to first. Two gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Yonder Alonso.
Leading off the inning, Wes Acho, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Rare display of small ball here as he puts this one down. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
First baseman,
what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Steve Cook will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. Over 3 to this point.
Steve.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Hey, your turn. Drive him in. Keep it going.
No one better. Need you right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Goes is under it. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
And at this point, every added run just makes it more and more likely that they're going to get out of here with a victory. And they tack on one more here on the sacrifice fly.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
Score for our ball game this afternoon.